This video is sponsored by Amazon Coins. Amazon Coin is a digital currency that is available through the Amazon App Store where you can download your favorite games. You can purchase Amazon Coins to use it to get several items through the Amazon App Store. Now you might be wondering, why not just spend regular money? You see, Amazon Coins has a nice bonus added to it. The more you purchase, the greater the discount applied to the sale, so you potentially get more mileage out of the money you spend. For example, if you'd like to get 50,000 Amazon Coins, it's normally at the price of $500. But Amazon Coins has its own discount applied to it, slashing the price down to $400 instead, a 20% discount. There are multiple packs of different discounts, so feel free to take a look and pick what appeals to you. In order to get access to Amazon Coins, you must be using the version of the game downloaded from the Amazon App Store. So make sure your current account is bonded beforehand on your current version of the game. Then, after downloading the game from the Amazon App Store, load your account back on to regain your progress. This way, you can now purchase Amazon Coins. So if you're a spender looking for ways to get more out of your money, consider Amazon Coins. This is a pretty useful feature that can help you if you're budgeting, so if you're interested in this, make sure to use the link in the video description as it supports this channel. Thanks again to Amazon Coins for sponsoring this video, and speaking of which, let's get back to it. Finally, the best collaboration character has received a Neovision awakening. Did you get a Neovision awakening? Did you get a Neovision awakening? No! And, now I'm kinda sad. Woo, look at all these units! Well, a good portion of them are basically outdated, not to mention their lower rarity and missed opportunities. Really? You do nothing with Liquid Metal Slime? Even though it's probably the second most popular Dragon Quest character in all of existence? Well, at least the banner is decent. Spend 12,000 lapis and get the 4th pull for free. And then you need 10 steps to select a featured Neovision unit, meaning only 32,000 lapis for 2 off-banner Neovision units and a bunch of collab characters you'll never use. But even though you won't use these guys, you might use the featured ones. King of Destruction Zoma is a magic ice damage dealer with a brave shift that's basically the same magic ice damage dealer but stronger. It really shows when his featured abilities don't happen to include a brave shift. He was supposed to arrive before Final Fantasy X, which also happens to mean before the summer units, so while he's a powerful ice damage dealer, he won't be hitting new numbers. Still, that Super Trustmaster reward certainly will, basically taking the Super Trustmaster rewards of Sora from Kingdom Hearts 3 and Ninja Master Hawkeye, and then turning those into magic. Elena and Marquis de Leon shows up as the next unit, and you'd think the hero would appear before the villain, but, maybe Zoma was always more popular, I don't know. They're a Super Limit Burst type unit, dealing wind damage while trying to ignore the fact that Legendary Guardian Auron has already been released. Still, the two can self-chain, while Auron can't, but that's not particularly too impressive compared to big numbers. Their Super Trustmaster reward is also quite something. It's a knife that looks like a spear, but it's actually a fist, so who made this thing? It also happens to finally overtake Madame Adele's Scarlet Glove, with that massive Limit Burst damage buff, and a human killer to boot. The double normal attack thing may actually come in handy as normal attacks gradually become more useful, but it's just more of an additive at this point. Finally, Dragonlord gets a Neovision awakening. Personally, this is one of the coolest brave shifts. I wish most of the villains from Final Fantasy would get brave shifts that depict a different form, but no, just change poses. Either way, look how big he is. I wonder how large he'll be compared to White Knight Noel. Unfortunately, his Super Trustmaster reward is really outdated, but luckily you can upgrade it during the event. More on that later. The Neovision card for Dragon Quest units will buff attack, magic, limit burst damage, provides a double dragon killer, and then boosts the stats of Dragon Quest monster super light units by 300. It's a pity they go out of their way to only include some units from Dragon Quest but not all of them, meaning it's likely designed to cut off any other possible future Dragon Quest collaborations. Overall, it's a strong card, and with the free limit burst damage boost and killer buff, it's definitely worth getting if you plan to get one of the Dragon Quest featured units. It's a raid event! Here's another reminder of ever-popular characters that aren't units. Why can't we get this guy instead of Robin Hood? I'm sorry for any fans of Robin Hood, but... Actually, no I'm not. If you're a fan of this guy, what is wrong with you? More importantly, slime details! With a Neovision awakening and a Super Limit Burst, I'm really glad they didn't skip this one like they did with Xyle. With this awakening, Slime also gets a Super Trustmaster reward, and while it's not the Ultra Instinct Super Trustmaster reward you might expect from such a charismatic character, it does happen to boast the best experience boost in the game, alongside 25% physical evasion for people with too many King Metal Minotaurs. They're also updating its Trustmaster reward, Scorch, and its normal attack to True Friend. Aww. Oh yeah, Raid. The items this time around are surprisingly strong, with 180 attack and boost equipment attack for either option. However, I don't really know what's the variance on Metal King Sword, so it might not be that incredible. Man, I remember when collaborations would hand out weapons like Angel Slayer. I still have 2 of those. There are also other types of equipment. Dragonlord's Robe, which can only be worn by Dragonlord, Dragonlord's Power, which can only be used by Dragonlord, Slime's Power, which can only be used by Slime, and Metal King Claws, which, obviously, can only be used by Slime. See, I told you it was the best character. And then this weird thing. It can be worn by anyone, so that's pretty cool. The bonus units this time around feature units from Dragon Quest, units in swimsuits, units I don't really recognize, premium unit I just got for free, Ultra Tank, Rain, Blue Mage Fina, and 7-star Slime, because Slime was the true premium unit all this time. You've also got a challenge stage with 7 levels, and most importantly, features Dragonlord and Slime weapon buffs. Dragonlord Scepter isn't even exclusive to Dragonlord, so that's cool. Metal King Claws, however, are still paired with Slime, and to be fair, I mean, obviously, it wouldn't really make sense if just anyone could wear them. There's also another mystery crystal. I completely forgot this existed. Login bonus, Slime! Best login bonus. I don't know why I have to wait 11 days to get more fragments though. More weapon updates. Hellsaber, S-Dark Super Trustmaster reward, gets nice buffs. Its attack increases, it gets a human killer, and I think Shocking Slash now chains of both and Shrike. Sledgehammer, Uber Killing Machine's Trustmaster reward, gets a decent buff, but it's still a hammer, and the Sephiroth hammer meta hasn't really appeared just yet. Slimeshield, which is Slime Knight's Trustmaster reward, now gets a 50% fire resistance bonus, which actually can make this thing useful if you need the elemental resistance in certain fights. And then the other abilities mainly get damage modifier buffs, effect buffs, or chaining buffs, depending on the ability. We get more special quests, meaning free Lapis, 30,000 Lapis, and while that's a big number and super generous, come on, make it 40,000. Free safety net, please. I mean, we have to wait until February by the looks of this. And Exvius campaigns. Didn't we just see this? So ultimately, Dragon Quest collaboration. Kind of late, the units haven't been buffed. I feel they're really counting on Slime's appearance to make this whole thing work. But as a collaboration, the Super Trustmaster rewards and updates are definitely something you can't just skip without some consideration. I definitely plan to spend some Lapis on this banner. I'd like to get Zoma's Super Trustmaster reward, though I wouldn't be against getting any additional collab characters. By the way, did you know there's now a Christmas Charlotte? And Domino? Also, Foka gets a Neovision Awakening, bye.